small bathroom and I have an empty wall here. I need some more storage, so I'm gonna build a bathroom wall shelf. I decided to build this out of 1/2-inch plywood, and I started thinking about how tall I wanted my shelves. 9 inches seemed like a good height for bathroom stuff. To construct the shelves, I'm using dados. This is going to be a shallow wall shelf that is 6 inches deep, 36 inches high, and 2 feet wide to fit the wall. So when I was at the home improvement store, I had them make 3 cuts to a sheet of plywood, which meant 4 pieces at 1 by 8 feet. Based on this, I already knew I wanted 6-inch deep shelves, so it was perfect to have it ripped at 12 inches. Before I ripped it down to 6 inches, I wanted to make sure the dados were aligned. I spaced the dados every 9 inches for 1/2-inch shelves, and the dados were 1/4 inch deep. After the dados were all in place, I ripped the plywood down in half to 6 inches, and the dados lined up perfectly. Next, I cut up the shelves. The top and the bottom shelves measured 23 by 6 inches, and the 3 middle shelves, because they were dadoed, were 23.5 inches to account for the 1/4 inch dado depth. Now I've come to the point of assembly. I'm marking for where to nail on the outside of the shelf. You can avoid this step if you wanted to use long clamps. I don't have so many, so I use the brad nailer instead. You could also use 1.25 inch drywall screws if that makes you feel safer. The tops and the bottoms were just brad nailed and glued. For the back, I cut a piece of beadboard. I used scrap beadboard that I had to piece together, but otherwise you should cut it at 24 by 36 inches. Then use finish nails or brad nails to secure it to the shelf. Right after I nailed and glued everything together, I also measured to make sure the diagonals were the same distance. I nailed in a piece of wood to secure the form while it was drying, simply to ensure the whole shelf was square. Then once it dried, I removed the strip. For a decorative touch, I added a top board to create some definition. I simply cut a piece of plywood about 2 inches longer and wider than the shelves and glued and nailed it in. So I just realized as I was painting that I forgot to put a nailing strip on the shelf here. So I'm gonna do that now. And this is just so I can hang the shelf on the wall. And this is just a 1x2 that I cut, so it will fit inside here. Normally you would want to do this step before securing the back, and certainly before painting. Okay. So this is plenty strong for a nailing strip. I'm gonna just find where my studs are on the wall and screw this in accordingly. So this is all you need for a nailing strip to hang this size shelf. And now I'm just gonna paint this and it's ready to go up. After putting on 3 coats of flat white paint, I decided to top coat it with shellac. I used 3 coats of the wax shellac for a semi-glossy finish. I secured it to the wall with 3-inch screws. So here is the shelf up on the wall, provides a nice amount of storage. Now this is a simple project made out of 1/2-inch plywood and some scraps. So it doesn't take very long to do, it's cheap and easy and really practical. Thanks for watching! Don't forget to subscribe for weekly videos and follow me on Twitter at Darbin Orvar. If this is your first time here, welcome! For more DIY videos, may I suggest checking out this simple DIY art shelf or these wooden storage boxes made out of framing lumber. Thanks for watching!